Hello everyone, it's Master and welcome to part 6 of Let's Build a House in Newcrest in The Sims 4. So I've promised it many times in the previous parts and every time I actually didn't do it, and I kind of expected that I wouldn't do it, but this time I actually did. I've downloaded a new fence, and that's this fence, and it's actually exactly the one which we started with, but then in a different color, and the other one was blue. Yeah, it was blue turquoise kind of, and this one is white, which is exactly what we need for this house, which makes it I'm very happy with this new addition to this house. I really think it looks awesome, and I hope you like it as well. Let me see if that fence might look better over there as well, because you know, of course I can add it to that part as well. Let me see, maybe it works. That would be, well, I'm not sure whether it looks better, so yeah, it doesn't really fit the house. I prefer what we had, which is this. The only thing I'm kind of wondering though is whether I should actually make it like this, so with that glass fence around it, or not. I really can't decide what I want to do there. Yeah, maybe this does actually look better. I just placed it and I wasn't very sure just before recording to see whether this this new fence actually works. But it does kind of add some realism to the house, I think. And people who said that I kind of overused the white fence will be happy in this way as well. So I think I'll go for that. And then let me check out, does this look cool? I still want to try. No, I think I'll still go for this modern look, which I just really like. And I'm actually going to add this fence over here as well, which was what I actually initially downloaded it for. So I think I'm going to add the glass fence over here as well. Seriously, we really need a fence like this, like in the base game, or just like in an expansion. I don't really care, but we need it like without having to download custom content, because seriously, that fence is so awesome. It is like really what you need in order to build a modern house. It makes it so much better, and I think I'm actually going to use it much more often like other houses as well. So people who don't like custom content, sorry. Whoops, but I see that with this Let's Build, I actually see that very many people do actually like custom content as well. It's just, you know, two camps between people who do and people who don't like it. But yeah, I want to place the hot tub in this part. Actually, I want to finish the entire like garden in this part, which I think is doable, but I do really, well, do I really have to work on in that way? I do kind of have to work hard, you know, work hard playing Sims. It's such hard work. Okay, we shouldn't do that. But the point is, I do really want there to be like a hot tub over here, but it should look good. So let me see. You know, if I actually do it like this and then I can delete it. Oops, not in that way. And then I'm not sure whether this will work yet, but you'll find out what my plan is soon enough. Move objects on. Hopefully the hot tub will still work. I might have to test that whenever I've added this, or whenever I, like after this part maybe. Because I feel like this would actually look cool. And maybe adding something like this, kind of fencing off the hot tub, would create like a really cool effect, but I'm not sure yet. Let me see, because if I add like a path like this one, which works a little bit differently actually, because I want it to go like this. What would that look like? Maybe if I use like a different color path, it does actually look good, or it does maybe just fit the house, because it feels like this doesn't really fit the house actually. But I think this is kind of a cool idea. But where do the Sims enter the hot tub? There we go. That looks cool. But the only point is that it seems like it can actually enter from here, but I think you won't be able to. But at least it looks cool, I guess. And maybe it would actually be cooler if I would make it like this, and then There you go. And then we actually delete this. That could be a possibility. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. I will go for that. And then maybe we have to actually change this as well. Definitely not in that way. Because of course, no, I think this is like the most modern option. Maybe we can change the color of it, but probably not either because that white just looks good. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to add like a plant over there. I would have really liked to have like some sunbeds over here because and over here as well in this area, but unfortunately those have not yeah, been provided in the Sims 4 Perfect Patio stuff pack, which is kind of a disappointment. I had really expected those to be in there, but they are not. So now I guess we've got to build a house without it, and I'm actually going for this color instead of that wood. The wood just didn't really feel the way it should. It just didn't look really good, I think. Then let me see, because maybe this looks cool or not. I'm just seriously trying things with this new stuff pack, just trying to see whether it looks good or not. Because there are some really cool things coming with this new stuff pack, so I just want to see whether it looks good. Yeah, it is kind of cool actually, but I'm not doing it because it just, yeah, the feel is not right. And you know, I want it to be, it's too fake kind of, well, it's not really fake, yeah, it's just not right there. Very clear explanation. But anyways, as I said, I like to add some sand over here just to create kind of a more tropical feel, because this is definitely like such a tropical villa, which you always see in like cool pictures. And yeah, I'm really happy with that, but therefore I would have loved to actually place it in a tropical world, but unfortunately we don't have one. So it's still in Newcrest, which is another new world, which is kind of cool as well. It's free, so you know, we have nothing to complain about. By the way, here I'm showing something that's important for people who have the outdoor retreat stuff pack, because show hidden objects makes, wait a second, wait, BB show hidden objects shows the outdoor retreat like plants again, because those have disappeared because of kind of a mistake when the Sims 4 yeah, a Newcrest update, I think it was, released, and therefore people, yeah, this just kind of disappeared in people's libraries, including mine, I think everyone's. So if you do that and you have the Sims 4 outdoor retreat, if you don't have it, it's not like it shows up now. Even if you've not bought it, it's just that if you did actually buy it but it disappeared, you just have to type the cheat bb.show hidden objects on, or no on, and then it should show up. So last time I said that I would use not as many plants as I normally do. I'm going to try to do so, but I still want to add some plants, because plants are kind of important for a house like this, just kind of to keep it natural as well. But at least I'm going to do it a little bit more organized than I normally do, or at least make it look more organized. Let me see, there we go. That looks pretty cool. And then this one in front of that, and then this one over here. That looks okay, I think. Or is it too... No, that's really looking fine, I think. Then I can actually place another one of those over there, because otherwise it's like not full enough. And one over there as well, just to kind of fit it up. Then we have like a cool plant area over here. Alrighty. This house is looking insane. This is such a crazy house, seriously. Alrighty, there we go. I really want to finish the garden in this part, so I kind of have to work on, but I have some plans in mind actually on what to build, because the front part is actually like really big. Wait, I could actually maybe place it a little bit more to the back. No, because I don't know anything to do with the garden, so I think for now the garden is okay over here. And otherwise it wouldn't look better, I think, if I would actually place it to the front. There we go. And then adding some more stones. Just to add some realism, though random stones don't occur in my garden, but maybe in this one it does. Yeah, this house is insane. Alrighty. So what to do with this part, I don't know yet. But I think it will simply be like a path around the house in that way. I don't like the fact that you actually see the white lines. Yeah, maybe you don't see it on the video, but I do see it actually. The white lines between the grass and the path, because that makes it a little bit less realistic. It feels like, at least. It makes it too straight, but for this modern house, I think it's okay. And lighting is something we still have to work on as well. Look at the pool. Last time we did the pool and it's kind of lit up. The rest is something we still have to do though. I think I'm going for something simple with the front of this garden, or the front garden of this house. Simply because this house just, you know, in the front you want some privacy, or at least not something crazy. You're not going to sit there or anything, and in the back you have like 4 bars and all that kind of stuff, just to live the good life over there. There we go. Let me see. Making an organized mess over here as well. Placing some plants, hopefully not too many. For some reason I can't like clone those anymore, so that's kind of irritating, because that makes it take so much more time to actually make like flower beds like these. But I think that came with that latest update, which caused those objects to disappear as well. Alrighty, that looks cool. Yeah, the house is turning out fine. Let me see. Should I add a fence? That's kind of what I'm wondering now, because I do have like cool fences. Like this glass fence is pretty cool, but I would like it to be on a foundation though. So let me see if I would do it like this. Would that actually create a cool fence? There we go. Deleting this one, this one, this one, this one. There we go. And then it is modern. It is definitely a fence. Is it good looking? That's the question. It should definitely be this color, I think. Yeah, because this is not modern enough. Yeah, I think I'll go for this, and then maybe a different color. It's just, you know, the shadow on this side is also one of the reasons why I didn't start at this side. So yeah. Let me look at it from this way. This side actually. No, I think it's pretty okay. By the way, for the roof, let me see, because what would adding a white roof to this house look like? That would actually make it complete, I think. Because, yeah, this house kind of needs like such a roof, like a white roof. There we go. Yep. Alrighty, then I think I'll make a path over there in that way. Maybe I could actually make a really cool entrance to this house or not. Yeah, I'll probably not do that. Let me add some rocks over there. Lower that. There we go. There we go. And then fountain. We want some siding. There we go. And adding this to the side can create a cool effect, I guess. There we go. And then adding some plants in the water. Well, plants. These things. Which are actually plants. Lily pads. Lily bats. What is it actually? Lily something. I'm not sure what though. Does that look cool? Maybe it's actually cool to add some of those in the pool. I know those huge houses often have like some kind of natural pools, which I normally don't like, but in The Sims it's okay, I guess. And maybe adding a dark pool. To make it normal or to make it like dark? I think that looks pretty cool actually. Yeah, that's what we're going for. A different colored pool. Just because this entire house is actually different than anything I've built before, so I know that I can use a different kind of pool as well. The interior will be very modern though, and I think not that much different than what I normally build, I guess. Maybe I can use this one. Because I do really like that tree, or at least I like the leaves. But it's just that I don't like its stem. And that's kind of the reason why I don't use it that often. Maybe I can actually place one over here as well. Or just at this side over here. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. That looks cool. And then I'm just going to add some more plants. I hope, you know, the commentary might get kind of boring simply because I'm only just adding stuff and kind of, you know, reasoning for myself whether I like the look of it or not. I'd really like to actually once do a live let's build. So please let me know in the comments whether you would like that as well. A live let's build is kind of an idea I had. The point is that for that I do need a second monitor. And I might actually get one in the future, but I still have to buy one. And the point is that I find the aesthetics of like my working area kind of important, or at least not that important yet. But if I would have two monitors, I would just like it to be the same ones. So like, you know, so it just looks better. And currently I have one which is okay, but not really good. So I wouldn't get another one of these ones to actually yeah, have two monitors which look the same. So in that case I would actually have to get two new ones while I actually still have another one. So that would make that I would either have to sell one or just just some struggles. Seriously, first world problems to the max, like the aesthetics of your working area, whether to take one or two new monitors. But if I would have two monitors or like a laptop or something, I think that I would actually be doing some live streams, just because in that way you can actually directly get a response and you directly get like tips on how to build stuff. So that would be cool. But I still have to decide whether I'm really going to do that or not. So yeah, your voice would be awesome in that. If you have an opinion, whoa, talk clearly, then that would be awesome. There we go, finished that one. think it's looking fine. I find the top view of this house so strange. Maybe I think I'm nearly sure that I will actually make one episode only with like the top view, like not only one thumbnail of an episode just with the top view. Maybe it's actually this one since the house is finished now, but I might actually go for a different shot. I don't know yet. But oh yeah, there we go. Then here I will actually make like some stairs into the garden, so you can actually just walk all the way around, which is pretty logical in a house like this one. You didn't really need it. There we go, with the cool outdoor kitchen over here, which I still want to add the bar stools to. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. This one can actually be a little bit longer, maybe. Would that change the look of the house too much? Because of course it's a little bit higher then. I know then I can better just make it odd. Yeah, I think this looks okay. This house is becoming crazy, seriously. I really like it. There we go. This is becoming quite a long episode, I think, but just because I really want to finish the exterior in this part so we can actually start the interior next time. Because I know that some people are actually waiting for me to furnish this and also upload it. And yeah, that's kind of it. There we go. I think we do the amount of plants pretty fine in this house. I'm actually not going to add any plants over here because you shouldn't add plants everywhere, I think. This does just kind of look modern if I don't add plants there. Then, by the way, I'm adding some rocks over here. And yes, palm trees can live on rocks. I don't know, but in Sims they can, so don't worry. The palm tree can just live there, fine. I'm really happy with this hot tub area over here. I think that looks really cool. So now let's let this come together, and then I would like to actually have another what is it, a fountain or a pond or a fountain, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Adding some more lily pots. Yeah, I believe it are lily pots. So I questioned earlier in this part, I think it are lily pots. Or lily pads. I actually don't know. Something with lily, I believe. There we go, just adding a fountain. Just normal. And then there we go, just adding some of those as well. Because fuck yeah, we can. Alrighty, that looks pretty cool. There we go. Then that's just to create some realism here. I think the front looks pretty good. I'm happy with the way it turned out to look like. I wasn't very sure about it the start. By the way, I believe I actually I am using a different one there. A different like floor tile, I mean, because I believe I used to use this one, but I think this might actually look better. Now I'm going to try it one more time. Now the entire like exterior, except for this bar over here, which I still have to make, but I think I'll do that during the interior building process. Now I have to decide what I think looks better for the floors. It's a decision I find kind of hard to make, I guess. Yeah, this might be a little bit more realistic. but I'm not going for it. I'm going for this because this is just so modern. It's crazy. This is insane. Alrighty. So I guess we're done with part 6 of let's build a modern house, or just a house which turned out to be a modern house in The Sims 4. So I hope you enjoyed watching this part. Thanks for watching it, and in the next part we'll start with the interior. So thanks for watching and I hope to see you back later.